All right, now we are inside of this Alfa Romeo. Once you enter it, you get greeted with cool animation on the main screen and Alfa Romeo on the center console screen. So let's demonstrate it right now. As you guys can see, you have headlights and the grille come up. Once you start the vehicle, logo comes up on the center grille and the vehicle powers on. This vehicle features 3 driving modes, D and A. A mode is when the vehicle is fully electric. As you can see, we have full power, AC and everything else. N mode is a hybrid mode. And D mode is fully gasoline engine mode. As you can see, the vehicle started up. Now let's look at the center console and let's see if it's quality. This is soft plastic and this is leather over here. You have a little bit of wobble in this piece right here. Everything else is good. The center console itself is very nicely done. No movement at all. Everything else is very well made. The only thing that I find was this piece. I'm pretty sure this is an easy solution, but that's the only piece that moves around. As you can see, the steering wheel is very nice. Probably the same steering wheel from Giulia and Stelvio. And it feels very nice. I do like that steering wheel. One thing to note is that in 2024, Tonale, Alfa Romeo finally introduced cooled seats. So now we have not only heated seats, but also ventilated seats. And the ventilation works very well. I have tested it and it's really nice. Now let's look at some of the options that we're going to be able to see on the media screen. One thing to note is that this is a completely new design for Alfa Romeo, and this looks very nice and very upscale. You have this aluminum kind of interesting pattern piece in the middle. Something that you're going to be able to see on YouTube during those meditation videos or something like that. That's the type of pattern that comes to my mind. You do have these air vents that are also present in the Stelvio. You do have little speakers in the middle, Harman Kardon branded. Now let's look through the menu. Okay, so we're gonna get back to the home screen. Basically starts off home screen as your main page for the phone and the radio. This is the media. Also, one thing to note is that the screen is very responsive. I will say that this is a lot better than a screen in the Giulia or Stelvio. That's a big improvement, and you can definitely feel it because there's literally no lag when you are touching it. Also, ventilated seats are available for both driver's side and passenger side, as you can see. Same thing goes for the heating and the steering wheel heating as well. But the steering wheel is obviously only on one side because you only have one steering wheel in this car. You can also sync it. This is the navigation. Navigation is provided, hard to tell. It's either provided by Google Maps or it's provided by Apple Maps. I am not sure, to be honest with you, but it looks nice. It looks good. The screen is very responsive, even though it has plastic on it. You know, the protective plastic from the factory. It's still on it, and I'm not gonna remove it. But you can move it around. Yeah, this looks like a Google Maps navigation. Very good. Much better than OEM navigations that used to be prevalent in cars. This is phone. This is the vehicle. Alright, so you have menu buttons on top. And you can walk through different selections for the vehicle itself. Overview, driver mode. So when you press the D, there you go. So when you press the D, it's going to tell you that engine torque limiter is off, gas pedal is in sport mode, shifting is also in sport mode, regenerative braking is high, e-traction is sport, e-all-wheel drive, steering is also in sport mode. In N, you have limiter off, gas pedal normal, shifting comfort, regenerative braking normal, traction e-all-wheel drive, and steering will be in comfort mode. In A mode, you have limiter, engine torque limiter on, because in A mode, remember, you're going to be strictly in electric mode. Shifting comfort, regenerative braking normal, e-traction full electric, and steering will be in comfort mode as well. And when you do that on this console, it's not only an explanation, you're actually changing your modes for the vehicle. Your trip information is going to be obviously under trip, current trip, trip A, trip B, e-hybrid mode. Let's look through what we can see. Right now, the battery level is 99%, and we have, I believe, 31 mile for this battery. You can also change the charging rate, meaning how intense you want the regeneration to be. We're going to put it on high and test it during our drive. You can see the vehicle's power flow. You can see driving history, schedules. Next, we're going to shift to performance. These are some of the gauges that you get. You get turbo, so it shows you pretty much it's a boost gauge. And then it shows you a torque gauge. Right here, we're going to be in accessory gauges. The screen, guys, is very responsive, but because of this plastic, sometimes I have to click twice. But you can definitely feel that the screen is high quality. So in accessory gauges, you have oil temperature, transmission temperature, and battery charge level. Controls, you can shut the screen off, you can touch the screen and it comes back on, and you can do some testing with your surround camera. What's cool is that not only you have front and rear, but also you can select what angle you want. So for example, right now, this is the rear, this is the low angle, this is the high angle, same thing for the front, this is the low angle, and this is the high angle. So which is pretty cool. And then you go into your general settings. For the display, for your safety, lane keeping assist, autonomous emergency braking, which is very good. Lane keeping assist, rear seat alert, you can turn it on or off, traffic sign recognition or on or off. Let's see what else is there. Traffic sign assist, offset, front parking sensor volume, rear parking volume, side distance warning, driver attention distance, blind spot monitoring, lights plus chime. And that's about it, guys, for the settings. Now let's go back to my car and let's go back to home screen. We can go to my car, we can go to performance, and we're going to keep it on our turbo and torque gauges.